everybody and welcome to Dynamic GT League's Not Amused Championship for Race 4 from Yamagiwa and Miyabi. And joining us on commentary as we look at the standings is Ray. How are you, Ray?
I'm doing very well. Jason's done even better. 13-point gap lead on SJP there. Then down to Conrad. Jimmy? Oh, Jimmy's doing well. Twilight, I've just jinxed him.
Yeah.
Twilight doing good. Steve F1 down in 6. That's
It's unusual for Steve, isn't it? But that he had a race where he didn't finish, didn't he? So that it has had a big effect. So let's have a look at the grid then. Feel free, folks, to go back and pause. Maybe I'll need to put a longer image in there for us. SGP on pole position, and I think not for the first time.
Why?
Go on.
Oh, it's just a video. He's the car didn't look the right colour.
It didn't. It's looked a bit dirty. The Steve F1 is in second place. Go on.
No, it looked a different livery, but it was just the
angle
video
of the
getting
dangle.
into something.
Oh.
Jason in third, or fourth.
You can see on
1,
the
2,
screen,
3,
look.
third.
You can see
It says it on there.
I specifically walked along the grid and went, oh, there's a number. Right, we're going to look. See, he goes toward number 5. There's Conrad.
Yep.
And,
5 alive.
And then we've got...
is that number 9?
Yeah, in 9th place. We've got L coming up next. So Twilight, Lula. Sorry, no. Oh dear.
Yep. Told you comms would be fun tonight.
Oh yeah.
Somebody be a pair of binoculars.
I thought it was double zero. Yeah, that's all right. Oh, that's 6th place. Gary, Gary in 6th. Although it's a circle with a penis. Oh, dear, I don't know where.
A Q then?
Oh, yay! You know what? I actually.
There's a 0 loser.
Yeah. Unlucky.
He's a double loser.
Yeah. He's got 2 hands on his forehead with the shapes, with his thumbs in the shapes of an L. Sorry, Jimmy. So, Jimmy Buffet. You know, Jimmy, you haven't earned a brown star yet. I'm not sure you can have that on your car. Is
it not Robbie Buffet? The water bar?
Bobby. 4, 5 lines. Bobby Boucher. Away we go. It's looked a bit of a slow start there, but actually, XGP's got away very, very nicely down to turn 1. And I've got my audio on the video, so let me turn that off. I thought it was a bit noisier than normal. So if anyone couldn't hear me or had extra sounds there, I do apologise. SGP leading the way then. Ahead of Steve F1, Jason. Oh, Jason's looking a little bit jumpy. Maybe he's nervous. Or maybe he's just turned the traction control off. Oh, he's dipping a wheel wide. Oh, but not as wide as Connor as he tagged the barrier. Should quickly mention as well, don't forget the boosters changed this week, folks. So rather than having the strong boost that was bunching the whole grid up, we've gone back to the normal weak boost. Oh, we've got somebody off in the background on the pack cam. It's Twilight. We might not see as much bunching, but let's see how the race is going to go. Around this monster of a racetrack, Ray, where this corner is the start of the tricky corners.
Yeah, you miss your braking point there. You're going straight on, and just over that crest, as we've seen, Connor, you can lose it over the crest of the hill while you're still turning right. Absolutely you can. So after that double hairpin, we've got a nice speedy left-right. Can be flat out, but if you get slightly offline, you'll go a little bit wide. And then we've got one of the now 3 long corners. Very tricky one this though, Ray, isn't it? Because you can't just go into it at full speed, can you? You've got to take a bit of speed off and then get the power back on at the right point. Otherwise, you're just going to run wide. Yeah, and you don't want to go in too tight to the apex as well, because you end up just getting mugged around the outside.
Absolutely. Then we're into this hairpin and then a little kink. And it's easy to lose the rear end here as well, as we're uphill And now we're up to the final. It's not the final hairpin, it's another hairpin. The final tight hairpin, I suppose.
Yeah, this is his second gear one. Well, I was doing it in second gear. I don't know what the other drivers were doing it in.
I was doing it in
reverse.
No, you're always stuck in second gear.
Friends.
Yeah.
You were doing it in Friends,
I was doing it in Friends. So we've got our palette.
I know, meaning to how are you doing?
Well, painfully.
Oh, art pal, is he FIA approved?
I don't know. I don't know. What do you mean? What do you mean?
He's got a window sticker FIA.
Oh, I see now. Oh. Well, maybe it's friends in action. Let's have a look. Oh yeah,
I think he bought that license.
Well, yeah, I probably did. Okay, so we've got Conrad with Art Pal and Jimmy right there. And interestingly, I mentioned about the long left-hander earlier. This turn one, a brilliant corner.
Side by side. Oh
dear. Yeah, I don't think there's any contact there, but just like going down the hill here, you can do it side by side. But you want someone at some point is going to be off the racing line, aren't they? And if they don't scrub enough speed off, unfortunately they're going to go straight on. And that may be what happened with Art Pal there. But yeah, so the long left that gun.
Sometimes the marbles, you're like, so starting at the side of the track. In the corners, if you were offline and you hit the marbles, you just couldn't get turned. As this is where this tricky corner is. SRI nearly was in the rear end over that wee. It's just like a wee bump, isn't it? It's not even.
Ooh, yeah, it is.
Oh,
you know, Jimmy.
Straighten him up, Twilight. Well done, Twilight.
Well, interestingly, Jimmy caught the back of Connor there, backed out of it, and then I think Rich caught Jimmy into Connor, but Jimmy has waited.
That's Conrad owes Twilight a couple of beers for straightening him up there.
Yeah, I wonder if he said how you do it and then straightened him up. Took him from bent over to straightened him up. Okay, interestingly.
Don't think you guys straight.
Up at the front here, SGP's have got himself a little bit of a gap. So this is where on the strong boost setting it would slow SGP down. That's not going to happen anymore. We've got second, third and fourth, all running very close, nose to tail at the moment. But yeah, that crest to the hill, I mean, it's definitely an overtaking spot on the track. But it is a little bit tricky because, yeah, a little bit too much steering angle, a little bit too much throttle, and the rear end will go. So I do think we'll see quite a few cars sideways there. Now on the pack cam, we've got Rich Blues in 6th place, looking down the hill with Connor now recovering back in 6th place. But there's so many places. Oh, Jason's gone a bit wide. Demon Oz got a bit of a run. I'm going to say there's so many places on this track where it's so easy to run a little bit wide on the exit, isn't it? And if you do, you could end up in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, very much. Oh, I thought Demon R was going a wee bit out wide there, but he managed to keep it in.
Yeah, Conrad's got
as we see, yeah, I just seen that, and Demon R's pushing Jason along.
Well, looking at the outside, I don't think you want to be that far out there. This Connor's exactly the same line on the pack cam, and Rich has been able to hang it back in there. Connor's wide. Oh, he's spinning again. Oh, this time it was the grass that's done him. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Did Twilight save him again? Did he save him?
It might have done, you know, because he's not.
No, somebody's sideways, still on the track map up at the top corner.
Well, he's still. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you know, he may be about to lose a few more places. Okay, so Jason now closing in to the back. Oh, you know what? Just seen Connor on the pack. I wonder if he's actually waiting. He might be waiting for Rich Blues because as Connor got sideways. Oh no, sorry. It is Rich Blues. So he's waited for Rich Blues to go past, and now he's just re-overtaken. So I'm guessing when Connor got sideways, he did look a little bit like he tagged Rich, and maybe Rich was that one that was sideways on the track map, and Connor was waiting. So thank you very much, Connor. Okay, so what have we got here then? So up the hill. I must admit, this corner confuses me a lot because you go up the hill and I always think it's the tight left-hand hairpin, but it's not. But yeah, we'll see if anyone runs wide because this corner's I'd say it's a little bit longer than the first corner, and it's a little bit tighter than the second long left-hander. So it's very easy to get the corner exit.
Yeah, and then you've got this double right-hander. It could be get the car rear end sliding going round there sometimes if you're not too careful with the throttles. Steve F1 still try to chase down SGP. I wonder what SGP's lap times are going to be compared to Steve F1's.
Yeah, I mean
as we come back to Twilight and Jimmy.
Yep, Jimmy got very close there. He's into the little right. This is such a tricky section as well. Right-hand braking zone into a tightish left-hander. I know personally through there, especially down the hill, I like to be a little more cautious through those corners because Twilight's got a bit deep, and here comes Jimmy up the but that's the difficulty of being on the inside line. On any of the corners, you can get a little bit sideways. But actually, Jimmy's got a decent run here again on Twilight. Is he going to go for the inside? He's having a look. He's having a look, but Twilight's gone in a little faster.
Yeah, he's just carried the speed into the corner and just let off, and where Jimmy's kind of braked a wee bit and then put the throttle back down. But Jimmy's got a run here.
He is, but he was
is he going to... Yeah.
See, he was offline in the middle of the corners, which then meant he had to lift out a little bit and clobbered the curb. As Twilight now looking at attacking SRI, but is he going to go for a switch? SRI perhaps going a little bit deeper than he wanted. Can they go side by side? Yes, they can. Twilight saying, if I can overtake 6 cars in one go, I can surely overtake one. And SRI, there you can, you report back.
I'm the champion at that. Get back in line.
yeah. That's all right. But, a little wiggle there again. Go.
Yeah, Twilight got the move done there. Yeah, it's like they've just went to meet up 2 parts of the track, and it's got that it's not level, so they've just kind of connected together like the start of a slide when you start to go down the slide. So you've got the flat bit, and then the actual slide. It's like that in the middle of that corner, isn't it?
Yeah, that is nice. All right, just done a lovely switch back, but he's gone too early on the power, and that's what I was on about with that corner, that it tightens towards the exit. So if you get the power down too soon, you can end up running wide. Twilight now goes defensive with Connor and Jimmy battling each other. Now they're upside SRI. Jimmy backs out of it, but now he's got Art Pal saying, I'll have some of this. And this could get a bit interesting heading up the hill to the hairpin. As Twilight's thinking, I've got away, thank you very much. Now, Twilight, don't go making an error. SRI on the inside of Conrad. Jimmy looking at a switch back on SRI. And Gary closing in as well.
Yeah, that's 2 by 2. The guys are doing fantastic. Here,
don't want to be
very
2 by 2
minimum
here, though, do you? Is they not going to go
but when does SRI saying no to?
Sorry, Rich.
Something to Rich.
Sorry,
he went off and he was on his lonesome.
The cars ahead went through 2 by 2, and Rich was like, someone should have crashed there, so I'll Jason. Jason's had a bit of a bad exit, I think. Demon are putting the pressure on. Looking at that outside line, but I actually think it's a wider entry for a tighter inside. This is to get the run. Jimmy, the wider line hasn't worked for Jimmy. Conrad trying to close
Conrad, yeah, he got close right up the back of Twilight there and nearly gave him a wee helping hand round that corner, but Conrad's maybe a wee bit offline. I don't know. Let's see.
He's recovered it now.
No, yeah, he'd recovered it. He didn't really hit the apex of the chicanes there, so maybe. Are you supposed to use apex or just stay off them? It's big go 3 wide.
He probably wanted to use them, or he dipped a wheel. Probably wanted to use them, but this thing, wanting and being able to are 2 completely different things. What I did like there was it Art Pal and Gary were going into those side by side, and yeah, even though Gary was sort of off the line on the first part, they managed to sort of slide to single file. You can go up there side by side. You do have to compromise your cornering speeds though. And the faster way is to slide in single file. I mean, you can't go side by side there, but I must admit, a lap of some absolutely brilliant racing from these guys. I mean, to be honest, how they got through the downhill sort of kink into the tight left 2 without any contact is amazing, because it's such a difficult corner to do on your own, let alone when you're doubled up side by side. As SRI coming under pressure, Jimmy got a run on him as well. Nowhere to really go. On the pack cam, it looks like the pack cam is focusing on the front 4, who aren't really doing much at the moment. But that's why we have the pack cam there.
Yeah, I've just been watching Connor. He's been trying to get like a switchback done on Twilight, but he's just not able to get it in these couple of laps. So hopefully he'll be just sizing up Twilight, seeing where he's stronger around the corners and where he's not. I think Artpal's giving him a helping hand.
He is, yeah.
Oh, Artpal's rich again.
well, okay, let's see how they get through these set of corners. That's a beautiful car. Oh, unlucky Artpal. I don't think there was contact there. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, Artpal did give Connor a little nudge up the rear end on the way into the hairpin, which allowed Connor to get up alongside. But unfortunately for Connor, the inside line there is it's a little too tight to get the power down, isn't it? You get the power down on that really tight line, and yeah, chances are you can end up big time sideways. So that's why he wasn't able to benefit. I mean, this track is wide and it's fast, and there are plenty of overtaking opportunities. It isn't easy to get an overtake done around here.
No, it's very difficult because, like, these.
Forward! Breathe in! Oh, thank Jimmy's backed out of it. Well done, Jimmy. I mean, not that he should necessarily need to back out, but because he was the one that had a bit of a moment off the track. Nice.
Yep, that's. Oh, Gary's got Conrad. When did Gary get Conrad?
Well, has he?
Oh, he's not anymore.
So I think you may be about half a second behind me on the video. Oh, Jimmy! Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I don't know if that's something Jimmy should wait for. I wasn't really watching. But yeah, so I mean, Gary, it was a lovely overtake he did, and then unfortunately went off the next corner. Okay, so SGP, look at his lap times. Look at that, 40, 39, 39, well, 39.825 and 39.820, fairly consistent. So SGP's in the 39s and the 40s, and given the chance, if we can see Steve F1, we'll see what his lap times are, because the gaps up at the front don't really seem to be changing much. Conrad got a run on Twilight. Is this a switch? This might be a switchback. Did either of them get on the power too soon? No, they're good. Oh, Rich! Oh, that was a bit of a Code Brown moment, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's amazing how they're so tight together, and at this hard corner for stopping, they all seem to get round it without any incidents.
Connor's really putting the pressure on Twilight here, going side by side. I mean, interesting. Twilight seemed to not mind Connor having the inside line in the hairpin, because with it being a little bit slower, now Connor not. Oh, Jimmy! Nice drift. I mean, if you were in Connor's shoes, Ray, where would you be looking to try and actually make the move?
One of the
here,
hairpins.
right now.
Oh wow! Oh, Twilight, was it?
I think he may have just gone straight on. It's so easily done. SRI's got a penalty to serve. Rich Blues, what a move! Oh, we don't really.
Yeah, he's going round outside.
Okay, so
would you call a selfie of Richard?
A dick pic.
Yeah.
Right, I have to tell you something, right? Steve F1's lap times look 40, 39.8, 40.
Oh, that was on your jokes that you printed off, wasn't it?
Yeah, for anyone that doesn't know.
Artpal was off the gravel. Grass, sorry, there's no gravel here, but he was in.
He was in it. Yeah, so for anyone to know, we're doing commentary on a different day today than usual because I was at a niece's birthday party where I was asked to gather a load of dad jokes, which I did print off. And whatever 8 times 19 is however many jokes I printed off. So I now have that many jokes stored up for the commentaries as we're 3 wide down into the hairpin that leads on to the other hairpin. This could get interesting and tricky. Jimmy, has he got the inside line still? No, he couldn't get the power down, so now we're 2 wide. SRI, can he get the power? Rich will get a brilliant exit here, but side by side through this left and right, they're going to compromise their speeds because now you can't go flat out through the right-hander. And they managed to cope quite well. SRI can go up the inside here, though. Might go fast in, slow it down in the middle. Jimmy trying to find a gap.
Open the doors, please. You tried to do a Steve F1 for last week.
Please. Oh, Art Powers. Oh, I think Rich. Oh, Art Powers. I don't know if Rich Blues tagged the back of him there, but it did look like Rich was trying to bump draft Art. Oh, I think Rich is slowing down. Yeah, he is. He's pulled over. Oh, so yeah, unfortunately for Art Powers, trying to make the move, and Rich has got his braking wrong a little bit there, but that's allowed Jimmy with his very, very, very small brown star on the side of his car. SRI's got deep. That allows Jimmy through.
Jimmy went deep as well.
Well, went deep, but not as deep. Oh, SRI's fighting back down the hill.
Yeah, he's managed to straighten the car up and get a. You always see Jimmy sideways, don't you?
Yeah, interesting. The gap to SGP has just got shorter. So I'm wondering if he's had a little bit of a bad lap. Steve F1, well, Jason's last 3 laps were in the, so 39s. Steve F1's got a little bit deep. Yeah, so SGP hasn't been running away too much because the pace of 2nd, 3rd and 4th has been pretty similar to the pace he's been doing. But I think the gap has definitely come down a bit to SGP. So I don't know if he's had a bit of a moment somewhere. Jason, the current championship lead. Oh, he's got a real run on Steve F1 here. Steve F1's going defensive towards the long left-hander. Jason, though, he's going for it. He's thinking, I'm not that was. I thought Steve had disappeared then.
Oh, I'm sorry, where did he go?
Well, into down to 3rd place for Steve F1's trying to fight back at it. So maybe Steve didn't fight it too much in that corner, so he could fight it here. Jason's got deep though. Oh, it's a lovely camera angle. There's that hill you were on about. As Demon gets sideways to show exactly what you were talking about with getting the car sideways. But Steve F1 capitalising on Jason's little mistake is on the back cam. He's getting very busy through exactly those 2 corners. So Steve F1's lap times, his last 3 laps were in the 39s as well. So that's why SGP's not been able to run away. Now, Jason going for the move.
Is Steve F1 going to go for a switchback? I don't think there's really a switchback on at this corner. I think it's more like turn 1 or the hairpins. You could do it like here. It's a double righter, but is he going around the outside or is he going to try and put Jason out a line by get him defending where he doesn't need to? But Jason's. There you go.
I was going to say on the pack, I'm actually seeing them 3 wide through the double right-hand hairpin. Yeah, people may not be able to see it on the camera that it is a double right-hand hairpin. It is, and ideally you want to catch the second apex on the pack cam. It's busy again. But yeah, so Steve F1, what you may see from Steve F1 is him trying to set up Jason to be slow in the middle or exit of a corner. So he's having a look here. But to be fair, Steve F1's going to have to be careful of Demon R because Demon R is hunting and closing in. But yeah, so you mentioned about the switch back at the first corner. I think if a car goes a little deep on entry, a switchback is definitely much easier to do. See how they get on. Definitely 2 different lines going on, isn't there?
Yeah, maybe 3. Well, we'll switch to. Yeah. Always went wide.
Oh, sorry, Steve F1 on the pack. No, was it Steve F1? Yeah, it was. Steve F1 just had a little wiggle on the way up the hill. So carry on.
Pretty wide it was going into these chicanes, but they've settled for 2 wide.
Yeah, be a Barbie don't like a threesome. But here
not with a purple burglar alarm.
No, but here comes the run to make Barbie think differently. Conrod's definitely on the limit around here. You can see him just dipping a wheel. Steve F1's dipped a wheel on the pack cam once again. Oh, now he's just dipping out. Oh, go on.
Yeah, just seen that Demonard don't gain on him.
No, he took a very wide line. I think he's gone for getting the speed at the top of the hill. So yes, he's closing now. He went for the speed at the top of the hill rather than gaining in that particular corner. So on the pack cam now is the battle, the 5-car battle. Yes, so Demon R has taken a very different line. He's got a run on Steve F1, and that all comes from Steve F1 dipping a wheel. Yes, it's a very interesting battle that up at the front.
Demon R didn't look. I thought he would have looked down the inside that double right-hander, but he hasn't. So maybe it went back to status quo.
Either that, or he made a mistake. SRI got a little bit sideways there, trying to get the power down on the double right-hander. Art Power's got a little bit of a run on Twilight. And I think Demon R was just going for the speed at the end of the straight again, or the end of the next section again. Benefit. Oh wow! Looking at the view from the pack cam there, there's like so many cars going in. Yeah, so Demon Art's all over the back of Steve F1 here. Is he going to chuck it up the inside, or no? See, he's looking for. Yeah, this is all about corner exit speed and trying to make a move later on.
Later on, it's been like 2 laps.
Probably, I'm going to say probably after the S's, you know. He could no, he's going to go for it here. He's going to go for it here up the inside. On the pack cam, it's mentally busy. So side by side, these two go. But again, this is Steve F1's got out to the marbles. So Steve F1 might be going for the speed at the end of the straight. And see how close he is. As on the pack cam, it's just shiny rooftops everywhere. Oh, dear, I'll go a little bit wide there. Oh, very wide there.
Oh, he's cut the corner. Is he going to get penalty?
He might do. Yes, he has. Oh, he's also going to have some dirty tyres. I don't know. The pack cam got through there okay. Demon R couldn't get through on his own.
Yeah. And you need to learn. You need to ask them for some tips and what do you call that, lessons on how to do it.
Some guides into doing it.
Yeah.
Now for Demon R, slightly dirty tyres and a little bit wibbly and a little bit wobbly. This could be an opportunity for Steve F1 at £2. But Steve F1 opting not to try and go around the outside. Again, that's for let's have the speed up at the top of the hill here. So Conrad on the pack cam, SRI right behind him. Steve F1 got
Art Pal had a wee moment in one of the corners there. He was side by side with SRI, but he had a wee moment and dropped back. So it looks like there's a gap forming between Demon R and Steve F1.
Oh, well, there is with Jason. There's also with Steve F1. Sorry, there is with Steve F1 and with Jason.
Oh.
And with Steve F1, Demon R's gone well wide.
Yeah.
He bottled it.
Is it?
Sorry, I was looking out the window.
I was looking at the pack cam. Oh, they're sliding about. SRI's lost 2 positions sliding.
Isn't that interesting?
He just got on the pile.
Jason's lap times are fairly consistent. I'm wondering if SGP's had a bit of a moment somewhere. Because for Jason to close that gap in without sort of going half a second faster, that would suggest SGP has sort of dropped back into the clutches a bit. Oh, Jason's got a little bit deep. So Steve F1 and Demon are battling like they have done. has just freed up the championship leader to go and hunt down SGP. Conrad on the pack cam though, he's got a bit of a gap now, hasn't he, to Art Pal, Stingray, and Jimmy. Stingray, sorry, I meant SRI. It's just the name on the screen, it says Stingray. Yeah, they're still battling. Jason, I mean, Jason scarily has been so fast and consistent in this car. I mean, his last lap was a 39.3, so that was a fast lap. Oh, is he sideways there a little bit? Maybe. He's got such a good run. SGP going defensive. No, he's not. Jason going for the inside. And it's put SGP off. Now, was it put him off or was it put him off? And that's not a Russian, it's not a Russian driver. It's a question.
I don't know. I didn't really see contact there. I did see a wee bit of a lag, but I didn't see any contact. So I'll need to ask SGP what happened there.
Yeah. Well, interestingly, looking at Steve F1's lap times, where he had the little wiggle and Demon R battled with him, and then Demon R went wide. Their lap times ended up being in the 41s. That shows why that gap grew. SGP. Oh, Connor's made a bit of a boo-boo. He's gone a bit deep in the second of the double hairpins. That's put Art Pal right up his chufter. Steve F1 has got a good run on SGP, and if what happened to Demon R is anything to go by, SGP going off the track as Art Pal dipping the wheel. Yeah, if SGP's gone off, gone off.
No, I was just saying Art Pal done it.
Yeah. So SGP could have dirty tyres, and it may seem it takes a while to clean them up, looking at the gap between Steve F1 and Demon R. So hopefully SGP or sideways. They're those little moments that can really matter, and that for SGP probably were not happening in the previous 10 laps.
No, he's a wee bit under pressure, so he'll be making, might be making just that extra little mistakes, like just getting on the throttle too heavy or on the brakes a wee bit too late. So, and that affects every one of us when we're driving and racing. We want to be the last one on the brake and the first one on the accelerator, and sometimes it doesn't work for us.
Absolutely. Okay, question: if you saw, like you're into your computers, if you saw a control key on the ground, who would you give it to?
A control key?
Yeah, a control key.
What, for your keyboard or
yeah, yeah, for your keyboard, yeah.
No, just put it back on the keyboard.
SGP's gone wide. I wouldn't. Ground control to Major Tom. SGP, what are you doing? The joke wasn't that bad.
He was trying to get back in touch with ground control. He lost his control key.
That he did. But, you know
is Demon R going to get it through?
I think he will. I think SGP might be a little early on the brakes here if he's concerned about the tyres. See, if you've just had a couple of offs, you are going to be concerned about the. Yeah, he's just had a little lift out of it there. SGP's not got the grip in the tyres at the moment. It could be that they're dirty. It could be that they're hot. It could be that they've got cold. But yeah, definitely a little sudden lack of grip for SGP. He's gone from first to fourth in 2 laps. Disaster for him at the moment. SRI fending off Gary Harpel, attacking someone. SRI nearly killing Connor. It's not I killed Kenny, I killed Connor.
Yeah, I think there was a wee bit of late braking from Gary there that gave SRI a wee bit of wind forward.
Yeah, okay, so up the hill we go here. Pat Cameron, Pal got a little move on Gary. Gary got a little bit out of shape, which is unlike Gary, because he used to like going to the gym. I don't know if he still does. So Arpal makes that move, but Gary's coming back with but SRI's there as well. And SRI's SRI's spinning. You know what? I don't know how I'd call that one. I'd have to have a look at it again. Arpal's, is he slowing down?
It looks like it.
I think he might be. Gary making a move.
But I think there's I think there was a radio message just to keep going sent to the other drivers. I think SRI just told them to just keep going.
Gary's, oh, Jimmy, sideways out there, pin. Twilight coming back into this battle as Art Pal, having a look up the inside of Jimmy. Oh, Twilight and Gary just had a little coming together as well. Do they all get through? Rich Blues dipping a wheel. They all get through. I think Jimmy may have backed out a little bit there. Connor, I think Connor's just gone deep. He did have a little deep entry. But he's okay for the moment. Okay, so up at the front on the pack cam, Demon R is chasing down Steve F1, who's just gone a little bit wide. Yeah. Twilight's attacking Rich Blues. Gary, is he going to try and follow him? Yes, he is. Arpat's going to try and follow him as well. Jimmy's going to try and follow him as well. SRI's going to try and follow him as well. Oh, Gary a bit on the curb and a bit wobbly. Oh, and it's put Arpat into the barrier. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Didn't quite see exactly what happened there, but yeah, barrier gets involved in the race once again.
Yeah, little Rich on the back of Twilight. He's involved in his racing craft from the Richmond. I always bring him up, don't I?
Yeah, okay. Down to Rich doing something wrong. Beginning now. On the pack cam, Demon R is trying to get Steve F1 out of position on the run up to the hill. Rich Blues is trying to get SRI out of position. It's alright, Rich, just say there's a drink over there for you, and he'll look at it. Go for it.
Well, Rich went for the switchback, but it looked a wee bit tight.
Yeah, Jimmy closing in now on Rich. Jimmy having a look up the inside of Rich. May have to be careful though. Demon R having a look on the inside of Steve F1. Twilight's battling with SRI. So Demon R definitely looking at trying to use
Twilight on the grass.
Oh dear, oh dear. No, that weren't Twilight. Twilight has his name on the rear wing. Demon R going for a different entry into the double right-hander. That'll be for...
Oh, not on the grass, on the pit cam, sorry.
Oh, that's no problem. Twilight's having a look at Conrod's arse end, going, yeah, it's blue. Dabadee. Oh, he's got Twilight's actually going for the move. Side by side they go with SRI watching up the hill. So although the main screen is watching the battle up at the front in second and third place, there's a great battle going on there with Twilight, Conrad and SRI, and I think Gary's getting in on it as well now. Yes, he is, trying to have a look at the space. Conrad gets back ahead of Twilight as Demon R takes a little bit too much curb and compromises his speed. Oh, Twilight and Conrad having a cracking battle.
Yeah, SRI's, it looks like he's just sitting waiting. Oh, SRI's followed him.
Oh, that he has. Okay, so round 2 for Demon R and Steve F1. Let's see what lines they use. All 3 wide around the final corner on the back cam. Gary, you sneaky little monkey. Nice move, though.
Yeah, just stuck his nose up there.
Ah, that he did. Okay, Demon R taking a bit of a wider entry into turn 1 as Connor has got himself a bit of a gap now to the cars behind. SRI trying to get ahead, but he's running wide. He's on the blue bit. You don't want to be on the blue bit. There's no grip out there. As Steve F1 has got Demon R closing in on him big time up over the hill. The pack cam is 2x2 up the hill. Oh, are they going to get through? They do just. Wow, this race is going by so quick. There's only 2 laps to go.
Yeah, even though we changed the boost setting, it still gave us
here we go.
A lot of racing as Demon R goes on the inside.
Steve
F1 going to...
Go on.
I don't think he'll get a switchback here.
No, he's going to try and keep the inside, isn't he, to the next hairpin. It doesn't look like a hairpin from this camera angle, but it really is. But Demon R's got the outside line, but now Steve F1's got the inside line, and this battle's allowing Jason to pull away, SGP to close in. Demon R gets through. Demon R goes off! What are you going to do that for? He's still ahead, though. But we've seen what happens when he go off.
Oh, Steve F1 trying to get the switch back on him there, but Demon R's just covered it for just now. But here comes SGP. Yeah. Is he going to be able to get 2 positions?
He Might be. It's SRI's having a look at the back of Twilight. Gary making a move on SRI on the exit of the long left-hander. Demon R's gone a little bit deep. SGP's gone tighter, trying to make a move on Steve F1. Wow, this is really coming to life up at the front of the last few. Oh, the see someone on the back up going deep at the hairpins.
Rich.
Oh.
Rich, please.
So stop the countdown for Rich making an error. Sorry, Rich. Okay, Steve F1, tight line around the hairpin. Demon R a little wide around the hairpin. I think Demon R may be lucky here that yes, he had that moment off track, but Steve F1's mirrors are full of SGP at the moment, so Steve F1 can't really attack. He's got to be careful and perhaps defend.
Yeah, I'd see how what he's doing into here. He's not really covering the apex, but he's still a wee bit tighter than what SGP was going round that corner.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I don't think he's worried just yet.
So back to the pack and then Jimmy ahead of SRI with Twilight alongside. I mentioned earlier as well that I went to my niece's birthday party. Earlier in the day, though, unfortunately, I did have to attend a funeral of the inventor of the USB stick. It was really awkward funeral, though, because when it came to put his coffin in the ground, like they had to put it in and take it out, turn it round, put it in again, take it out, turn it round, and put it back in again.
What are you on about?
It's a joke. Oh no! Oh dear.
Oh, our pal.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's some great battling going on while I was telling that story, but I didn't want to interrupt it. SRI battling with Conrad. Was there a little touch? There's a little dipping in the wheel. I think SRI's trying to make sure Conrad stays ahead. Yes, he does, but that's allowed Jimmy through. Jimmy, the capitalising on a little boo-boo, and here comes Rich Blues. Going, oh, if Jimmy can do it, let's see what I can do. Has Jimmy gone deep? He has gone deep.
I don't think. No, he's. Oh, Jimmy's gone deep. I thought you meant Rich Blues.
Rich didn't know. Jimmy went a touch deep, or maybe just giving plenty of space. Either way, Conrad managed to get back ahead. But yeah, I'll go back onto the USB joke in a bit. You know what it's like, though? You try and put a USB dongle into a USB, or any USB thing into a USB port. You try putting it in and it doesn't go in, so you turn it around, you try again, it doesn't go in, so you turn it around, try again, and then it goes in.
No, it's because you didn't look the first time in how you put it in.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Oh, it's alright. He's sliding. He's sliding.
He's gone left. Oh dear. I wasn't looking at my screen then. Was that a big one?
No,
was that
yeah,
a
it
big
was a shit moment.
Well, SRI has so many of those. I haven't missed any.
Yeah, you know how that Super GT and Rory have got socks that say go, go, go and break? I need to get ones that say shit, shit, shit.
Right, racing comes with shit on one knuckle and shit on the other knuckle. Yeah. Okay, or actually, no, what you should, at the bottom of your steering wheel, upside down, you should have shit, 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 so that when the steering wheel is fully upside down, you can read it clearly at the top, saying shit, shit, shit. You know what? Because I had a funeral and a party to go to yesterday, I went and got my hair done in the morning, and I asked my hairstylist if she could make me look sexy. She started drinking.
That would be the only way, yeah.
Yeah, it would be. Oh, Gary! Can he hold on? I hope he can. He may be struggling for a bit of grip up the hill as Artpal and Jimmy are side by side. Artpal may be offline here. He is offline. It's into the barrier. Oh, and Rich has caught the back of him. And then SRI is... he's got through. Twilight's through. Oh, the camera angles were not great there, but I think we've just had an absolutely almighty crash there. Artpal's gone. Gary's gone. Jimmy, he's survived. Oh, Rich, I think, collected in that as well. As we're on the last lap, by the way. We're already halfway around the last lap. So looking at the front four, they've all got spread out now. I don't think there's going to be much happening there. Conrad is still the leader of the pack in 5th place. It may have been helped a little bit with that disaster up the hill. SRI on the back of Jimmy here, though. Can he do anything about it? Can he? Aye.
Can he aye or can he no?
Can he aye? Can that's a good that. Okay, so problem for SRI though is he is going for the move. Is that Twilight is also there, but if Twilight goes following Jimmy, he may not have the space. He's not following. He's going for the move.
He's going for the move into the double right. Jimmy. Defence base went deep. SRI's went deep.
Yep. Oh dear, that's allowed Twilight through. Oh, it's unfortunate for Jimmy. 4th place, I think.
SRI's got the run. SRI's got the run.
Oh, it's all right. He'll collapse in a moment. SRI don't do it. Jason, though, he definitely has run. He's
side by side.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
3 wide, aren't they?
3 wide, yeah.
Can he aye? Can he no? Can he 3 wide? It's like a triple pack of baked beans. Oh, Connor nearly dipped a wheel. Jason, though, is going to take the victory. It's about his 5th of a 4-race season so far. Demon R 2nd place, his best race of the season so far. Steve F1 3rd, SGP 4th, and then it's down to Connor. Can you hold on? Can SRI attack? Can Twilight keep Jimmy behind him? Can they do anything? No, they can't. It was close between Jimmy and Twilight, though. Rich Blues in 9th place. So these are the cars that got definitely caught up in that crash at the end. Rich Blues just ahead of Arpal, just ahead of Gary. But what a race we've had there. I mean, I know we said sort of last week, like with the change of boost, will it affect the racing? It will affect it in a way, and we saw that up at the front. There was definitely not as much side-by-side action up at the front, but still action-packed all the way through the race, which I think for a spectator is, well, it's one of the key factors, isn't it? As a spectator, you want to see side-by-side racing, you want to see people making mistakes and crashing, and you want to see some great driving. I think we've seen all 3 in there. What we've also seen is Jason's just found another level, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's quite good with the... these are rear-wheel drive cars, aren't they? He's quite good with them, and we know I don't know, does he still race the kind of Legends car?
You know what, I would guess it was, but it's with it being in winter time for us, and even wintry time for Jason. Probably not doing the racing at the moment, but yeah, maybe doing the real life racing has definitely helped his gaming racing.
Yeah, because you can take some of the techniques that you learn from real racing into sim racing. Well, unless you're Lewis Hamilton, who thinks it's a load of bullshit.
Well, to be fair, he started on a computer and he still plays now. I mean, he doesn't do the simulator work anywhere near as much as he used to, but he still plays the games now, though, you know? Still plays with his brother now and again. That sounds wrong. But yeah.
That's all it is. It's to show his younger brother.
I mean, talk about.
To show him I'm still big brother.
Yeah,
I'm still better than you.
Still better than you, yeah. I mean, sometimes things come along that are better. I mean, I remember when I first saw a universal remote control. I thought, you know what, this changes everything.
Does it change the volume of your wife?
No. There's
not universal, yeah.
For some reason I can't turn. You know what? Right. Okay. So, a couple of things I want to touch on. I don't know if I remember mentioning it, but yes, because I had the birthday party and I was in charge of getting the jokes together, I do now have a massive storage of bad jokes to tell over the coming weeks. So yeah, you may come out with a few, Ray, that I have already heard, seen or read, and I may do the same. So
what?
The
You're forgetting.
Go on.
You're forgetting. with races like that, you ain't getting a fucking joke in anyway.
To be fair, I did have to wait. I mean, I had to wait until lap 11 to get a joke.
I think that's our record.
But I mean, it could be worse though, because after all the events of last night, I got assaulted by 6 dwarfs. Not happy.
Were you there?
Don't comment. Right, okay, I'm not going to tell you more jokes. Okay, what's the next track, Ray?
Oh, shit.
You know, I completely forgot. I have now remembered.
But is it Brazil? No, it wasn't Brazil. Was it Brazil? No, because we were racing. It was Brazil. Yeah, it was Brazil. Brazil?
Are you sure?
Yeah, because me and Steve F1 had a moment in the same corner and realised there wasn't much grip in that corner. Yeah, I'm sure it was Brazil.
You are correct. It is Brazil next. So yeah.
Yeah, because we do so much sometimes. It gets confusing of what I've done where and when.
Absolutely. It definitely does. Right, okay. In a moment, we'll have a look at the confirmed race result and the championship standings. But before we do that, I do just want to mention a couple of things for anyone that may be new watching our footage and may have heard us talking about things like boost and stuff like that, thinking, what are they going on about? Now, I mean, to try and put it in as few words as possible, boost is on, deal with it. But to be fair, at the end of the day, we're a group of people that wanted to get together, have some racing, and if the shit hits the fan, we don't want people to just go, oh, well, that's me out of the race, fuck it, I'll just quit. So the boost is on. And it means that shit can hit the fan, and you can still get back in the race and be involved in the race. And part of it was also to try and, like, if you are the victim of someone's accident or someone's mistake, you don't have to become a rage monster because you can still get back into the race. So it's not like it's the end of the world. A towel, that is. Some of you will get that, someone. So boost is on for that reason. And it does result in making some very interesting races, definitely. Switching from the strong boost back to the weak boost, it was definitely clear that it has, like, the strong boost had a big effect in those front 4, 5, 6 cars. In that, because it wasn't slowing them down, like SGP was able to break away at the front. It was only his unfortunate error that closed the gap. Jason was then able to break away. But looking at the lap times of first, second, third and fourth, their lap times were so close together that even on the other boost setting, there probably still would have been a gap between 4th and 5th because their lap times were just so much faster. But it creates a different type of battle. So there isn't side-by-side action there, but what there is drivers doing consistent lap times and putting a hell of a lot of pressure on each other. So it comes with, it's a different type of battling, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if there's anything else that you want to add before we go and have a look at the confirmed race results.
No, fantastic racing. I think everybody enjoyed it going back to that setting. To be honest with you, I think there was definitely a change of atmosphere.
I know it was. And I've got an interesting thought, a way to think about the world and life and the universe in general, right? And I think this is a very powerful thought, okay, for everybody to take into every day, okay? Very profound is what I was thinking. It is only when mosquito lands on your balls that you realise there is a way to solve problems without using violence.
What?
Oh, I don't know what it is, but if a mosquito lands on your balls, you're not going to smack it, are you? There's Ray going, oh, wood smack! And yeah, you're gonna hurt your bollocks.
Come on, we wear fucking skirts.
Well, yeah, true. Yeah, yeah, your bollocks have shrunk to the size of a mosquito, so it doesn't matter. Oh dear. Right. Yeah. Well, isn't that what the pouch is for on the front of the kilt? It's a fluffy pouch to keep your balls in, to keep them warm.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, and on that note, we'll have a look at the confederation of the championship standings. Thank you, Ray, for joining us on commentary.
No worries. Been a pleasure. Thank you, everybody behind the scenes and the drivers as well for the great racing. Was it about 2 days a week? Well, some of us get together and Thursday's the most when everybody gets together and kind of just, it's like takes you away from the world for an hour and a half. So yeah, thank you drivers. The league wouldn't be here without them as well.
Absolutely, that it will. Right, and on that we will look at the confirmations. Confirmation then of the race result. Jason with another victory, maximum 20 points ahead of Demon R in second place, Steve F1 in third, SGP in fourth, Conrad leader of the pack in fifth, closely followed by SRI in sixth, Twilight seventh, Jimmy in eighth, and then there was a bit of a gap to Rich Blues in ninth, Art Pal in 10th, and Formula Go in 11th, with those three getting caught up in that crash at the end. I think, seeing as there's no there hasn't been any reports this week, but I do believe there's been a couple of things asked to be looked at on the G-spot, and I think that big crash at the end may be one of them. If not, I will put it in anyway. So it'll be interesting to see what really happened there. But yeah, no reports, so let's see what's done to the standings. Jason still leading the way, 73 points now, and he's got a 2-point lead over SGP in second place, who's got a 4-point lead over Conrad in third. He's got a 6-point lead over Steve F1 and Demon R, who are tied fourth, and they've got a 3-point lead. Excuse me, there's something in my mouth, and it's my tongue. 3-point lead over Jimmy and Twilight, who are tied in 6th place on 40 points, and they're 2 points ahead of SRI, who's in 8th, who's 4 ahead of Rich Blues in 9th. Only 3 back to Gary in 10th place, and then there's 6 points to Art Pal in 11th. Dave the Harp drops down to 12th place on 19 points, with Bob in 13th on 18 points. As you can see, we can see what the gap in the points is now from first, second and all that lot. But yeah, Jason is having an absolute stormer this season. We've done 4 races. I think he's won 3 of them. It's either 2 or 3 of them. I know he won the first one, and I know he's won this one. I think he won the second one as well. Or did Conrad win the second one? I can't remember, but I know Jason's on fire. Not literally, because he's in Sweden. It's probably snowing there at the moment, but he might be on fire trying to keep himself warm. But yeah, he is absolutely bossing it in this championship. Can he keep it up? Oh, misses. To the end of the championship, could we be seeing the start of a new champion in the Dynamic GT League? It is possible. I also want to mention as well that the next championship car has been chosen, and it will be revealed very, very soon. Not on this video, but very, very soon. And hopefully it is a car that's going to get everybody excited. Okay, that's it for this race. Next race, round 5, is from Brazil. Going to be interesting tracking these cars. I think it actually handles quite nice around there, but it's going to be interesting to see how everybody gets on. It's a track that some people love and some people hate. It's definitely a Marmite track. Okay, you know what to do. Hit like, subscribe, hit that notifications bell. And if you are interested in getting involved in the Dynamic GT League, drop the Facebook Messenger page. And then the guys can get in touch with you about any information that you may need, and well, what they would do is get you in on the Monday night races if we can, when we practice, and perhaps in some of the open lobbies, just to see how your connection is, how you drive, how you are as a person, and all that kind of thing. Because as I mentioned earlier on, this is a group of friends that are racing together, so yeah, it's not like we just accept anybody to come and mix up the crew. Right, that's enough waffling from me. So yeah, hit that like, subscribe, notifications bell, merch is available, link in description, and yeah, we'll see you all again soon. Bye.